Now, from the diamond to the hardwood wood floor, now from coaching style to play on court to fashion and culture on and off the court, the legacy and influence of New York City high school basketball has penetrated lane all across the globe. The brand new New York City High School Basketball Alumni Association has now created an environment for that basketball heritage to be celebrated and appreciated, and where old friends can become new friends again. Well, we want to welcome back one of those old friends, Ted Gustus, founder of the New York City High School Basketball Alumni Association. Good to see you back again.
Great to see you, man.
And also returning to BK Live is Robert Phelps, head coach of boys basketball at Bedford Academy and Nazareth High School graduate.
How you doing, man?
All right. And Ron Moore, graduate of Thomas Jefferson High School, former NBA ball player, and an athletic director for Man Up Incorporated. Well, good to see you back again, too.
Thank you for having
me. All right. Let's talk about your organization, how it all got started.
Well, you know, first of all, one of the things that I wanted to do is in my new book that I written right here.
Right here. This book.
It's called The Power in One Breath. And how do we take our one breath to breathe life into our community through sports? Because sports is a dynamic way of doing that in our communities. But being the commissioner of the PSAL, boys basketball in Brooklyn, what I recognized was that there was a disconnect between our alumni and our high school basketball players and schools. And so we needed to try to connect that back. So that's exactly how it started. And in fact, I had some players like Earl Fuller from South Shore alumni from there saying, what can we do to assist and help? So the first time I started the Alumni Association, I got over 481 alumni to join within a 48-hour period. So it's incredible.
How did you guys feel this disconnect? Did you guys feel this disconnect at all for quite some time? You know, you're from here, you play ball here, you know, you have a legacy in terms of basketball here in New York City?
Yeah, I think there's somewhat of a disconnect. I think that, you know, as Coach Phelps and I have the opportunity that we grew up in New York City basketball, we've gone on to play college basketball and went on and do some things, play professionally. Coach Phelps played overseas. I had the opportunity to play in the NBA. And to have the opportunity to come back and give back to these young people, to give them the opportunity to see that we do care, we do want to see them be successful through the sport of basketball, but the main focus is academics and helping them grow and learn to be the right kind of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree. You know, just coming back, giving back to the community, you know, wanting to see the kids do well. Is big for us. So the alumni is a big part of that. You know, you come back, you give to the kids, and then they're going to be future alumni. Mm-hmm. So that's what the whole process is about.
Do the players know about the history of high school basketball here in New York City? I mean, it sounds pretty ancient to them when you talk, oh, back in the day we used to do this, back in the day we used to do that. You know, now, you know, you guys are lazy, you guys are this, you guys are that.
Well, you know, that's one of the challenges that we have. A lot of times you go to these new schools now, they have taken down the banners at certain schools, and so the kids there is a disconnect between the history, not realizing that these young people are going to become the history eventually. So my whole goal was to make sure we connect that history, and so we have a couple of projects that we're doing just to help to make sure we do that. In fact, this weekend coming up, we have the One Breath Leadership and Basketball Academy, and now that's for captains of the teams throughout New York City high school. And the reason why we bring in captains there, because we want to introduce our alumni to all the captains and also teach them about leadership skills. That's going to take place this Saturday, October the 15th, at Thelma Hamilton campus.
What sort of skills are you teaching?
Well, for me at Man Up, you know, we have the opportunity to have a community-based organization. And the name of our organization is the Urban Athletes University. And what that is, it's taking the urban athlete, converting them into student athletes, getting them prepared to go to a Bedford Academy or prepare them for the academics at a high school, and making sure that they have the proper fundamentals and skills they need to be able to excel in high school, not only athletically but academically as well. And also also formulating life skills and helping them build self-esteem and character that they can be successful. That's a big part of what we do at Man Up.
And to jump on that with Man Up, getting them at a Bedford Academy. Now our job is to now prepare them and get them ready for college. So now they bring all those skills and tools that they have, and we're going to groom those skills to get them ready for college and move on for life.
You hold academics seriously. I know, as far as I believe, if the player doesn't make it 80 or above, he can't play. Is it something like that?
Yes, they must maintain an 80 average throughout the year. If they don't maintain an 80 average, they won't be able to participate.
Right. Now, we also will look at some of the alumni also that played here in New York City. We have Greg Jackal Jackson. Let's take a picture. Take a look at Greg Jackal out there at Brownsville.
Yeah.
He passed a few years ago, several years ago.
Incredible.
Talk about him as a ball player.
Greg
What do you guys
Jackal,
remember him?
not only ball player, but he was the main guy that came back to use his one breath to breathe life into the Brownsville community. And his recent death seemed like it was just yesterday, but we all miss him. Incredible player. He played for the New York Knicks and the Phoenix Sun, but more importantly, he was a terrific person.
Great person. You know, I've had the pleasure of being a part of his teams growing up, and he just, you know, breathed life and opportunity into young people. You know, he's been a part of my growth and development as well as a player and student.
Well, definitely with me, you know, I've known Jackal ever since I was a kid, and he's always given me great advice. Every time I used to go away and come back from playing overseas, he always would talk to me, give me, you know, just a great person,
Okay, so the guy who changed his name, he changed his game. World Be Free.
Well, that's me, right? Just so you know, that World Be Free was a teammate of mine at Canarsie High School, so we both from Canarsie. Jocko went to Tilden, and then later became a teammate of Jocko at Guilford University, and then of course he played a number of years in the NBA. World Be Free. We used to call him World, so you know, once he got into the NBA, he decided to put World. Fantastic. Another guy that gives back to the community. Every year he's back into Brownsville, come back there doing it in Philadelphia. He does a lot in terms of giving back to the community.
Just World. You know, everybody know him as World. He's been a great person. Always coming back to the community. Look forward to seeing him every year during the Old Timers Day at BRC. Just always, you know, used to give me great advice when I was in the league and talking to me. So World Be Free has been.
He was also quite a character too, right?
Yeah, definitely. I met World through Coach. Coach Gus has introduced me to all these guys when I was a kid. You know, I used to always watch him. He's, once again, coming back to the BRC, that's where we all grew up at, and giving great advice.
Like, welcome back, Connor. Chris Mullins came back, right, from San Francisco. Now he's at St. John's again, right?
Man, Chris Mullins, man, that's my guy, man. Chris is one of the hardest working guys, and I'm sure at St. John's University he's going to do a terrific job. No one works harder than him.
Pull up Chris Mullins
he stayed
also.
in the gym, and he's alumni from Severian High School, and we are happy to have him back. He's going to teach these kids how to work hard, and you got another alumni that's going there. Shamari Pond from Jefferson High School. He's right there with them.
And, you know, and I'm going to get a little controversial, but back in the day, as far as what I heard, he used to travel up to Harlem. He was a young white guy. He would play anywhere. He would go to the Bronx. He would go, you know, to Rucker. He would go anywhere to play.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Chris was, I know Chris playing against Chris. I know Chris watched him as a player. And Chris was like, you know, a brother. So, you know, a great player.
Great player.
Yeah, and not only that, you always know if you want to play basketball, you go with the basketball players. If you want to play tennis, you play with a tennis player.
That is true.
And Chris understood that, and he made sure that he was there. You know.
Let's talk about the book, right? You got a book here?
Sure.
You going to get what?
Yeah,
give me a sign.
I'll give you a quick sign in there, right here, to give you an autograph.
Okay, cool. All right. Oh, great. And you got a hat here for me, too? Oh,
yeah, this is the memorial hat for.
Look at this.
Yeah, so again, the Coaches Association, we just had a memorial games that we did well with that. The Alumni Association.
Okay, I know I got a Man Up shirt and a Bedford Academy shirt coming.
Yes.
All right, good. Thanks for coming, fellas.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Thanks a lot. All right, got to have you guys back again, too.